Hello everyone, EA's conference. Let's see this completely fall apart. The end of beta E3 as we move into the start of actual E3. We got 2 minutes left. I've got no real hype for this. I just thought it'd be fun to react to all of the conferences at E3. We're getting through every single one of them. But yeah, no, this is the garbage before we start the good stuff. Let's go over what we will be watching live and what we won't, or live as it happens. This and Nintendo's will be live because the ones at reasonable times. Everything else we will catch up on. There'll be a normal stream tomorrow. After this, we may move on to Jackbox. That's what this is looking like. Yeah, a minute left. As I say, I've got no hope for this. I think it'll be fun. It'll be cringy as all hell. That's about all I've got to say. Let's join the quote-unquote hype with a minute left.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a little bit about the Palladium. And now, let's head inside and check out the show.
Fun zone.
Fun zone. She told me to rap. I was rapping. We're still going. Or not rapping. We're still.
Yep.
I was lied to.
Good start. Well done,
Welcome to the Family Fun
Well done,
Zone,
EA.
my friends. This is where you can get all your real racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but say perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair with a steering wheel.
If it's a mobile game, no one cares.
I'm ready. I'm jumping in live.
25 seconds before the conference, you're advertising mobile game. What are you doing, EA?
There's a over here. There's food over here. We're going inside. Let's head inside and check out the show.
God. You can see how small scale this is compared to the other conferences. Like Microsoft and Xbox got these huge auditoriums. EA, there's like 100 people in this firm. Let me show you who cares. They're not even cheering. They're not even excited. Yep. Be prepared for this for the next couple of hours. Sport, some Sims, some more sport, and some shooters. All EA are good at. Oh, and maybe dice. They have dice. And I bet there's indie studios that will probably tend to compete waste. And some other studios that will get liquidized in the process of tonight's show. Okay. I'm glad to put a budget in for this show. I mean, it looks nice.
Oh my gosh, how cool was that?
You saw nothing.
That was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Okay.
But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready. Because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, the
then we've got
enthusiasm in this
two
one.
new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my
you don't
favorite
outline the
developers to give you guys a nice meaty
show
look
right
at
at the start.
Anthem.
You leave
And of
some
course,
suspense. Come on, this is E3,
yeah, we got
guys.
the woos for
What are you
Anthem.
doing?
I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well,
I think you
them a
just
break.
did that.
Just enjoy the show.
You already gave away
So
everything.
without further ado, let's get things started.
About Battlefield 5, I couldn't possibly care less, but let's see whether it looks nice and make some snarky comments. That's pretty much what I'm good at. Let's also get chatting. I thought, was that supposed to be a trailer?
Huh?
What was that supposed to be?
It's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting.
Okay, this is DICE.
It's been
This
a lot
might
of
actually be a
speculation
decent
and
game.
so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
They say that
It
about
certainly
everything.
is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing it for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And to get these
That's
customizations
just the tip
that
of the
aren't just
iceberg in
cosmetic, you're
Battlefield
going to need to buy
5.
loot
You're going to see a
boxes,
lot
because
more
we
of
didn't
our
have
new
them
gameplay
last time.
systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started
Oh, is this
off
single
by
player?
an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow.
So just spoil all
launch
the
in
conferences,
October
EA.
is
Well
just
done.
the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
Hey, well done, EA.
Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale.
Hey! Whoopie-doo! Rip off all the games.
Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience.
Vehicles,
So
yes, the things
we
that
will
definitely
bring you
aren't in
experience
PUBG.
that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
You sound way too excited about music. I don't know why they're excited about music. I feel like the conference is very loud, but then normally I don't max out my decibels. Hopefully volume's okay. I mean, it looks nice. And that's all stuff that we've already talked about. These maps seem quite big. I don't remember Battlefield maps are normally this big. I mean, I've never played it before. But if you can have airplanes flying across them for that long, I don't. It feels big for like 5 and 5 multiplayer. Cool, that's not something to look forward to. Xbox. Okay, we're going straight into FIFA. Cool, we can sleep.
Sempre sonhei em tornar-me um campeão. É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar. Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és um campeão.
I like how they're making FIFA so serious. Like, we knew this was coming. They make it so dramatic. We know what FIFA is, it's football. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. Cool, the grass looks slightly nicer than the last one. Oh, I really hope this music isn't like copyrighted or something. It probably is. That's probably getting me so screwed over. Again, half the room is not at all excited. Oh, come on, this is far too dramatic. It's FIFA, come on. It's a cup. That's the UEFA Cup.
UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies.
Who?
The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer
They
because
got
it
Hans
captures our
Zimmer
epic
for
vision
FIFA trailer.
for how
Why?
the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter.
Did they actually fly that trophy out to LA?
Glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
Okay, good. They're not going to waste their time with it now.
That's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19.
It's exactly the same as 18.
Community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's over. The pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy. The World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience.
Yes, we've just done it. We already know about this,
Xbox
but we're just
One,
reiterating,
PS,
because why not?
PC, and Nintendo Switch.
I like how they put the Switch
But
class.
you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to
Poor
the
thing.
first World Cup victory. Or
Who
you can
even
write
plays
your own
FIFA on
story with some
PC?
great
Come on.
nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
An entire football stadium being that in sync will never happen.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access.
Not on
You can
Switch.
download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah.
Also, I think everyone that was interested in FIFA is gonna have FIFA already.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Ravistan!
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we know how FIFA works. It's football, it has cards, and it has packs. Whoopie-doo. Okay, this is just the trailer to put on their website. They didn't have to show that then. I mean, next we've only walked out on stage yet. Guess we need to have some sort of dramatic entrance.
FIFA 19, you know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other
You just said
to FIFA this year.
we need to move on now.
Experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood.
It's our third boycott from E3,
have you with us to share
which is clearly
all the
superior
games
in
that we have to
every
show.
way.
We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years.
And we're gonna have
And so over the last couple of
subscription
weeks,
box
you'll have
video
seen that
games.
We announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering
Because Humble
into
Bundle
this
already
cloud
does that.
gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the
But I don't
experiences
think EA have
they
heard of
already play on
this.
our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime.
With
So
anyone.
this week we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy
And given
of
us
being able
money.
to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere.
Give us more
three things
money.
You need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade.
The 3 people that play sports games on PC.
Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and
Oh
other
yeah, they have
publishers.
actually some fairly...
And
Oh, they're
third,
Boomba.
it will launch
Come
later this
on,
summer.
EA, you need to do stuff
So
for
that's a
these
little
indie
later in the year,
studios.
but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a
Only
great
if
show.
you're in the Hollywood area. Again, we're just going over what he just said. See, how much is this membership? So it's like 20 quid a month, you might as well buy a couple games. Oh, they're parts for zombies, aren't they? Come on. And Batman Arkham, what are they doing? EA, what are you doing? You've got some good franchises that are just murdering. That won't get murdered.
Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you
The
feeling
whole
today?
3 people that have heard
I'm
of it.
feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So,
He doesn't
you
look
guys may
excited
have
at
seen
all.
that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, we want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The team's
Oh, he's a
kicking
game
ass,
dev, okay.
But
I thought it was
we
a
wanted to
celebrity.
bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about
Oh,
it
okay,
right
another
now.
Star Wars game.
Oh, you
We've
guys got
definitely
any
still
guesses?
got
I bet you
license
the
for that.
internet is going wild right now.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That
So it
sounds
kinda
like a
gives
mouthful.
you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Let's hope it will be
So
nice to
Vince,
the Old
you got
Republic.
anything else?
Less Battlefield.
Well, it
or
takes
Battlefront.
place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the,
Oh, sure
like,
it
the
is.
hardcore
It's gonna
nerds
be
out
great.
there who
I
want to
can
know
tell.
like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
She's
It's
never
not
seen
a
Star
nice-
Wars,
It's a
you
dark
can
one.
tell.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
Even they're laughing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
So,
We
sorry
can
to
tell.
dash any hopes.
No.
But
Yes, they
now
don't have
that
to play
we
at
know,
E3,
we
but
can
it'll be
set
out by the end of the
expectations,
year.
We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll
How
hear
stupid
from,
I think people
more
are.
from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm intrigued actually. It doesn't say 3.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm.
More
on
paid
Star Wars
DLC?
Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit.
I was about to say,
So, we launched our game.
so really
in
hoping he was
November
going
of
to
last
say,
year,
I'm really
and
happy and
clearly we
excited
didn't
that
get it
game's as well.
quite right.
Again.
So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that
Thanks
we
for
were
reminding us
delivering
that you
the
screwed
game
up. You
that our
should probably
players
put that
really
behind
wanted.
you.
So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And Thank you.
The one person that owned the game.
It turned out to be by
Or
far
played
the
it
most
past the loot
popular
box
update
fiasco.
of the game, and the team loved building.
Oh look, they're playing the same clip 3 times now.
So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends.
You couldn't do that before?
We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I'm excited about
it's only fitting
the second
that
or
we begin
third
on the
one.
planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So
Is this expecting about
First, let me introduce the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy.
And he doesn't remember the script. Well done.
And yes,
you
will
one
be
job.
going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Finally making his debut.
He's gritting his teeth though, something might go wrong.
So, but
he's like Obi-Wan's name, everyone loves you. Come on.
Come alone. Joining them is the Dark
Couldn't have
Lord
gone wrong.
and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
No one cares about Dookie.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE
So they're not built yet?
to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing
it needs some
the
good
game,
out the gate, so yay, have you not
feedback,
put this out?
talking to us
Initial
together.
impressions are
We will
been
make
quite a
this
lot.
the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you.
Should have done that from the start.
May the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
And obligatory joke. Okay, this is new. Maybe. Jaws. Oh, is that Ravel? Oh wow, are EA actually being smart? Are they actually making a second Ravel? Are they supporting developers well and smart? Oh my god, what's happening here? More people are excited about that than Battlefront.
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
That's interesting. I would have done that as a number, not a word.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism, and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with 2 characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always 2 characters there, sharing one yarn, and working together to get through this adventure.
Was it EA who did A Way Out?
This game
Are they really going on 2-player couch co-op?
It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the
Oh dear,
stage.
this demo's not going to work.
He's a producer at Coldwood.
This is the first demo of E3 at a conference.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Same as last time, this game looks beautiful.
This wasn't prepared. There we are.
Well done.
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those, because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments.
So if one player screws up, you both die.
Exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into 2 and switch back and forth between the 2 characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out. And
that's generally what you have in a co-op
platformer to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Nice. The transition was that seamless between co-op and not. Some other games did that better.
And the bird is back. Oops. Okay. Playing it safely now. Oops. I'll swing. All right. Nice. And I'll catch you.
I like how they're assuming for people who've already seen Unravel before. I mean, I kind of get it, but I'm a little lost.
You go ahead.
No, this is too good to be a mainstream EA game.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can...
Funded by EA.
Got it?
Do it like we did in rehearsal 50 times over. Although that platforming wasn't that difficult.
Oh, sweet, well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grass. You can.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me. Here you go.
Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
Alright.
I'll pull you up.
There you go.
I'm intrigued to know how generous the checkpoints will be in this.
Or can we? So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2, yeah, I really hope you like it. And
Still for time, come on, you can do it.
I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
We already saw this, kinda. Come on. Again, hoping this music isn't copyrighted. I do like this concept though, it's creative. I like how I'm praising EA for their creativity. Thought that would never happen. I feel like it's a little more platformy than it should be. Also, I feel like the first one was like full price.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
I like how it didn't sink in for that one guy. Just...
Thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way
to partner with a different company, but
bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March, that game...
Was he that really drunk guy?
It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new. And you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them
and there's a
realize their
sequel for that too.
Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done.
So the complete opposite of FIFA 18, got it.
To the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
You were EA Play, you were far too excited.
Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game.
Your company will liquidate in a couple of years.
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how Like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways,
Okay,
so
can't
that
get
players
thing to full screen.
who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so.
Hey Luke, how you doing?
Player who wants to look a bit
Stuff that's happened so
deeper
far,
can
FIFA,
reveal a whole
new Star Wars
emotional
game,
world
not Battlefront,
beneath it all.
more Battlefront 2 stuff,
Sea of
and
Solitude is about a young
Battlefield
woman
5
named
trailer.
Kay who
Oh,
is
and Unravel 2.
suffering
That's
from
like
such
the best
strong
thing to happen so
loneliness
far.
that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part
Can we just
or
get to the
your
trailer?
self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
There we go.
Is this real? This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul.
I was actually saying how I like how EA give indies centre stage, but I was thinking, actually these are the only worthwhile games I have. I mean, we've got Anthem, but that's at the end.
I'm too weak to run. A new day is here.
I mean, it looks interesting.
Nothing is new.
Art style looks nice.
Alone in my room, I tremble.
I feel like it's quite a small scale game, which is not a bad thing. Oh look, NBA, there we go. Time to fall asleep again. Also copyrighted music, so I'm just going to talk over it quite a lot. I'm just assuming it's copyrighted actually, I'm just hoping it isn't. Okay, so is this a combination of both NBA 2K and NBA Street, or are they actually just gonna... Oh, okay, there's probably some sort of campaign mode, isn't there? That would be an interesting thing for them to merge the two, because they would probably, like, knowing EA, they should probably, like, split them up, get 2 game sales. As long as they don't screw this up on Switch, like they did the last time, or do this on Switch like they did the last time. Okay, yeah, Nike shoes, we get it.
And this is my squad.
Okay, that's NBA Live. Okay, at least that was only a trailer and not someone else talking about it. Oh no, this is someone talking about it. Oh no, we're on to Madden now, okay.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
Okay, yeah, E3 trying to push the esports with games that really probably shouldn't be esports. I mean, it's Madden. If I wanted to watch someone playing football, I would watch someone playing football.
It's a rematch. He throws it high, and young Kiv is going to be your champion. Can I play you again? You want to get smacked again on TV? Madden 18 champion. He's finally done
Oh, these guys are incredibly cringy, aren't they? I can just tell from the way they walked in.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that.
Okay, so he's a sports person because we can
as you
take that
guys
one off
know,
the
this is
list.
Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up.
I'm sure there were like 10 people that entered.
Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up.
159,000 viewers watching
I
this.
was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's #1. #2. You
To fan actual sports.
To go to
Tip?
graduation.
I can do that.
Tournament. So like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years.
How much money did they pour into the prize pot? It's kind of sad, it was a lot.
I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit.
No, it isn't. It's Madden, we don't care.
Well, I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battle through the pain and failure.
I'm sure you won't be missing much, Luke.
Get to this place.
We'll be doing jetpacks once this ends anyway.
Legends are
See you then.
You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see.
There's a Hey Hill Taylor.
Did
we say that? I can't remember.
Never about reaching the end of the road at all. But about all the moments that got you here. So, you were in their position.
I feel like I'm just reiterating the same thing as with FIFA. The grass looks slightly nicer. I feel like that's the only difference. I mean, I didn't play him either. I didn't even watch the trailer on the last one because I didn't care, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the only difference and they're just selling it as a new game. Are we gonna have an in-depth chat about Madden? Please no. Just no. Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here
Oh,
alongside
no.
Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match.
Right, so we've got mobile game shoutcasters.
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's
That's
get
not
to this
better
match.
from front mobile.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome
If it
matchup
is,
lined
this
up for
is
you here today.
a-
Fighting for the blue side of the
something
ring.
that
Would you
should
please
definitely-
give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Whoa. Why are they putting one of the best RTS players ever to play an EA mobile game?
Fighting for the red side of the room.
He has much better things he could be doing with his time.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
I don't even know who this person is.
Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the
kick
match. Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy.
This looks like Plants vs Zombies.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both
like,
players, of course, trying to take
suspiciously like that with the whole, the way the units work.
That in control is going from the top side. Also very important.
I mean, EA do own that.
Have to circle around the center.
Right. Let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there.
Wow, he's tapping the screen to control it. What a revelation.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any
Why didn't
strategy
someone
game,
think of
the
this
units
sooner?
that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement
12
of your
years
forces
since,
and
I think.
protecting that economy as well.
Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And in control placing the turret on the top right side to help
I like how they called
that
this a
rhino
strategy game.
move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right. And in control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job
I
of
feel
holding
like
down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the
a
south
person
side,
who's good, like the RTSs, would be more like to play Pikmin than this.
Of course, we're seeing bigger, more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank those flames.
Are you actually listening to what they're saying? Because I'm not.
Tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to
Really?
the south side. That missile
Tanks
passing
kill people?
now.
Whoa.
Control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another
I hope
big
they don't
factor
actually
in
try to make
strategy.
this a
Holding
serious
those locations
esports.
is so
Knowing EA
crucial
that,
as In
knowing
Control
EA they will.
begins to secure the northwest spot. Another
Let's
tank's
just
gonna come out from Nick at Night,
seriously
take
hope
it out,
no.
But now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile,
And that
fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control is very heady.
It doesn't even look good for a mobile game.
Control of the map.
Yep.
I feel like they threw. I feel like this is like a student project.
Towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those. As your economy allows you to get these big late game units, the units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them.
Yeah, that's all we care about.
Just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage.
The big three are all I really care about. The Revolver's fun as well because they just like playing fun things. But yeah, Nintendo's all I'm really here for.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, two more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure.
So this has been going for an hour. I feel like Nintendo's like half an hour. It's going to be like 10 times, like actually a million times more interesting and a million times more decent reveals.
Thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit.
These shoutcasters are way too into this.
Gonna rip that missile. Watch out for this missile.
And Nick and
There
Knight's
it
gonna
goes.
fire that one off and settle for next missile is gonna end.
Yeah, okay. Cool, Halo 6.
We'll have control of Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Knight's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the
If we see a whole multiplayer for that match to that, I wouldn't complain because it actually is interesting to watch.
If In Control can get
Cough,
this
cough,
position, he's
wink,
gonna do
wink.
some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit
Wow.
to deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where's it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's gonna take it. Defeating Nick at
That was legit. Dude, that was epic.
I feel like more people in the audience are cheering because it's over than actually cheering because someone won.
Any thoughts, guys?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he didn't care about the game.
A little bit of everything right there.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's hear it for Nathaniel.
Oh yeah, Smash, obviously. Smash is gonna be hype. Gears of War 5,
What you just saw
yeah.
was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
That's a Command & Conquer game?
Reimagines the
what are
real-time
they
strategy
doing?
experience for mobile. We're giving players
No.
complete, continuous
Waste all your good
control of their
IPs.
armies in quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game.
Nah.
We can't wait for you to play. Please let us
Yeah,
know what you think.
I don't like
Thank you.
Fortnite. Oh, it's Anthem. Oh, this is the last game that we're gonna... This is the last game that we're gonna reveal. This is the end. We made it. We suffered through it. There wasn't even anything much cringy that happened. It was just boring, this one. At least I think this is Anthem. No, it isn't. Is this just a very in-depth trailer for that mobile? Or are they actually releasing a PC with Command & Conquer? I'm gonna spend less time talking about it. Anthem, I think, is a third-person shooter, but they've been hyping it up for a couple of years. It's hard to tell. No, this is just... This is something. No, this is just a really in-depth... Yeah, it's a really good trailer for the mobile game. They're pouring far too much money into this. Couldn't you have just made the game that the trailer promised it to be? That would have been so much cooler. But no.
Command & Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet.
EA is
work
creative.
every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better.
And then
so,
completely
as you
fail.
look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for
Cough,
how
cough,
they
loot
choose
boxes,
to play.
cough, cough.
That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded
Microsoft
and you
will
are given
reveal Minecraft
value
too.
for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games,
And we want to make
and
money.
as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound.
Alright, we're going
Last
to do something
weekend
good for
was
the
the
world.
third year of our Play to Give program,
Oh, there.
where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for.
I like how no one
they are
claps at the fact they
standards.
gave $1 million to
And where
charity.
bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, Pace's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization. All are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege.
Sorry to break it
of
to you,
making
but
games
fan
for
made
all of
speed
you.
running
Now,
marathon
without
pages
further
more.
ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Okay, this is what they've been hyping up for a couple of years now, or at least a year since last
The
year.
gods vanished and left our world in chaos. Creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
I mean, it looks nice, but I do want to see some gameplay before anyone sells me. Well, not I'm gonna buy it because I have consoles for it, but before anyone like even thinks about trying to sell it to anyone. No, it isn't gonna be another awful mobile game.
It wants to destroy us all.
That was engine footage. I think so. This was announced, I think, last year at Xbox's conference. So it's definitely on Xbox and PC. Probably PS4. Yeah, fairly neutral. Don't get sucked into EA. There was no gameplay in that trailer from what I saw.
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me,
Did you
have had
host the
tons
Nintendo
of
World
questions
Championships?
about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Well, this is the last game, so as soon as I feel like I've had enough, I might just nope out of here.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right? Yep.
Lots
It's going to be very exciting. So, Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super
Even not
satisfying
BioWare,
to
what have they done?
come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on the side, but something new and different. And I think the team has
they
really
made like
captured
the
that
Old
vision over the
Republic,
years.
Baldur's Gate,
Your fans
Mass
really
Effect.
love the stories from BioWare.
Dragon
but
Age.
I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work
Command
in
and
this
Conquer.
shared world.
So a great
2.
story for BioWare is
Again,
really
was
about
2.
characters that you can have a connection with,
Okay, so
choices
they've made
you
some
get
good
to
stuff.
make, and feeling like the story's about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game, and that's what we've tried to do with Anthem.
It's a couple shots
So
just to
we call
sell
it
the art
Our
book.
World, My Story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action.
I really hope matchmaking with friends is going to be smooth.
And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and
I feel like
agency of a single
even
player
if you're going back to
story
a single player
with the fun
area
of
for a
teaming
couple
up with your
seconds,
friends to play co-op in combat.
you're going to have to
We're
like
also designing it so that we can add
go
story
back
for
and
years
forth
to
between the
come.
two and
So
re-enter the
one of the
lobby
first
every
things
time.
that we
Feel like it
hear
might get
when
obnoxious.
from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely
last year,
new
wasn't it?
storyline
What
and
did it
plot.
say?
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we
know
all
what
these
IPs are.
different
Yeah,
creatures,
that's
and
fine.
you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now.
Another 5 seconds of
the
gameplay.
world is always changing, weather, the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the anthem of creation. And so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities.
I like it when the
Ranger,
host is confused.
And then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now.
Okay.
The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up close and personal
Like
combat,
they're chopping up the gameplay. They're showing us one
Colossus is
continuous
heavier,
streak,
specialized, but
which
able
is
to
kind of
really
what you're interested in
hack
seeing in a
into
game like
weapons
this. You
that
want
let
to see
them
the
devastate
fly.
the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too.
I'm ready now.
So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through
That's why there's
gear
more than
and
120
weapons, but also
characters
being
in
able to
that way.
personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well, and because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics?
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend money.
I don't think EA are going to be using loot boxes ever again.
But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem
Maybe in like 10
is
years
an
when this
immersive
blows
experience
over.
that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad
Let's
to hear that I
cosmetics
can
are going to be like
javelin
£5 for
pink.
one thing.
That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So, you know, I think here we're going to see the Colossus, you know, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay, if we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, you know, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op
At least you can play offline.
to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about
I'm leaning
solo
all the way
gameplay?
back.
Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, You and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
This doesn't look like gameplay. This is a trailer.
Time to get to work!
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Okay, here we go. Give it no flank, that seems kind of overpowered.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
I'm already feeling like this could get a little repetitive a little quickly.
Right. Checking out the Scar Camp some more.
At least that flow that I was talking about like 2 minutes ago looks good.
Weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
The lines do feel a little too scripted in their delivery, my liking. Is them all a little too chill? Then when there's plenty of stuff trying to kill them right now. And all of a sudden it's Subnautica, but much nicer looking.
There's a shaker relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
I feel like they needed to shoehorn the word Anthem in there, just because it sounds nice as a title, and that's the way they did it. They could have done it worse.
Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast. It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
Like all good people carrying out their pie.
That was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Well, there was some eggs. Oh, that's a thing. With some giant balls.
I'm so hyped, you guys.
Okay,
Yep, and that
that went better
was
than
actually just a
it
short
could.
version
It
of the full demo that
went
we
better
brought
than
here
it could have
to
done.
LA. So if you want to come by the
I feel
Anthem
like it could be
Theater
a
here
little
at
better.
EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019.
Quarter
On
one. Ooh.
Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again.
That's
Casey and the
choice.
entire BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody. I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios
Well, all
back
like
home
4 of them
around
that
the world.
mattered.
Let's give them all a round of
3
applause.
actually. The 2 indies and that are the 3 that
Now,
mattered.
some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So,
Gamers wanting to go outside? Whoa.
because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin.
Yep.
I'm going to head outside and check out the games,
Au revoir.
but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Not gonna thank the people at home for watching. Yeah, thanks. I sat through that for someone else's enjoyment. Well, that was sure that happened. Yeah. I mean, look at it. I was expecting something slightly more cringy out of EA. It went fairly smooth, but it was boring. I mean, as I said, we got Unravel. That's good. They're still supporting their indies. That is very good. We did get another indie. Went on for a little bit too long, but it looked decent. Anthem looks good, and that's it. We got sport. Battlefield 5 and some mentions of other games that might be good. Oh, I guess we also got that DLC for Battlefront 2. Yeah, that was underwhelming. But I wasn't expecting that much from EA. Right, let's get ready for Jackbox YouTube. I'll see you at some point. Bye.